Hello traders, welcome to Investoo.com's How to Trade Binary Options. In this lesson I'm going to teach you how to trade binary options with support and resistance. And the thing you need to understand is that support and resistance are the two most basic concepts in trading. Every single trader out there uses support and resistance, but we are going to use support and resistance in a very different way because we are trading binary options. We are only going to use strong support and resistance levels where we are definitely going to find buyers and sellers. Now we're going to go through a GBP USD chart, and I'm going to show you how you're going to trade BOs with support and resistance. Okay, so this is the hourly GBP USD. And first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to spot the areas of support and resistance. Let me just thicken these lines out for you guys, because I think that is much better to have a thick line so we can definitely know what to look for. Okay, now here's the first support and resistance line, and here's a second one. What you need to understand is that support and resistance are in fact zones. Okay, this is a great area of previously tested resistance. Then we tested this area of support, we broke it, retested as resistance, and then we are trading inside of it. Okay, now how are you going to trade this area of support that previously was tested as resistance? And if we go back, we might find some historic price action that also tested these areas. Okay, because here we found sellers that push price down. Then when price broke to the upside, they flipped, and we found buyers that pushed price up 280 pips. Now the way we're going to trade this area of support, you can see that it's being tested heavily. Right here, price went all the way to this low, and then buyers pushed price up. Again, we try to close below the area of support, but buyers push price up, and again right here. What you need to do is you need to draw a line. Okay, sometimes it's a descending line, sometimes it's a horizontal immediate line that we need to break in order for price to break to the upside. When we break with this line and we close on the outside of the line, we have a signal to buy call options right here. Okay, this is the area where we are going to buy our call option. You can see that the first candle and the second candle brings us out of the money, but the third and fourth candle brings this trade rapidly to a winner. Now, why did we stop here? You can see that we have a high right here. I'm sorry, let me just grab the horizontal line for you. Okay, we have a high right here. This is the area that price tested once, twice before going down. Okay, remember that we said that this is an area. Okay, these are areas, not lines. So this is the area that we are going to try to trade. Now you can see that we went all the way up here. After, of course, our trade expired, we are waiting for a reaction to this area. But these two candles right here show us that we are encountering buyers, and that this move can still go up. So what we're going to do is we're going to find a demand area. Okay, an area where these buyers are positioned to break with this this high right here. And you can see that we find this area at these lows. You can see that price tested this line or this area, then we broke to the upside, and we tested it once, twice before breaking to the downside, and of course we tested it again right here. So this is the small area that we are looking at. Okay, the bigger area is the area that we need to break to the upside, and this is the small area that we want to trade from. Okay, we don't want to trade at the break of this area, because if we do, we are going to be chasing that trade. We need to find an area of support that is going to bring a lot of buyers and push price up, and we find it right here. And of course we always draw this line, and when we break with this line, and of course we close On the outside of the line, we have a signal to buy call options, and you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4 candles later, our option expires in the money. Now, let's continue and let's see what happens when price comes back to this area. Okay, let me just go ahead and grab this rectangle tool and put it, well, I'm just going to grab a new one, and I'm going to show you or put on the rectangle at this area of support. You can see that price comes back and we find buyers here. Okay, remember that we are not going to trade the first reaction. We need to know for sure that we are going to break to the upside. So we wait for this, and then we wait for a candle to close on to the upside of this line. Let me thicken this out for you guys so you can see what happened here. Okay, now we have this line. So we have this candle right here that closes above our, well, this is a immediate resistance that we need to break in order to move higher. Remember that we are trading binary options, so we don't have any plans for, or we don't care if price goes 1,000 pips to the upside. We need we need volatility or momentum when we break to the upside. You can see that the next candle is has a high about 30 pips from its open, and then closes below. It gives us a very ugly rejective candle, but then we find again support at this broken resistance, and our option expires right here. Okay, in the money again. Now let's continue. And I'm going to show you what happens. Let me just get rid of this. I'm sorry, let me just get rid of these two medium lines that we have here. Now let me show you what happens here. Okay, now you can see that we break to the downside, and this is another setup that you are going to be looking for. Okay, you can see that we break to the downside, and then we test the previous area of support as resistance. When we test the previous area of support as resistance and we get this rejection pattern, we have a signal to buy put options. Okay, and you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4 candles later, this option expires in the money. And when the market starts trending, you are going to be doing this every time you have a low. You can see right here that we again touch this previous area that was tested as support. We touch it and test it as resistance, and when we get this rejection candle, we have another. Let me thicken these candles out for you. When we get this rejection candle right here, okay, we have a signal to buy put options again, and this option 1, 2, 3, 4 expires also in the money. And again, we are going to do it with these lows right here. Okay, when we go right here and we test these lows, then we have a bullish engulfing candle, which gives us a very good signal to buy put options. But sadly, this option expires out of the money, and when this option expires out of the money, we can know that we might be looking to now buy these previous areas of resistance and buy them when they are tested as support. So you can see that we are always going to be using these zones or these immediate areas of support and resistance whenever they are broken for a setup and for us to profit with binary options.